George loves playing in the snow. Well, he loves playing on the snow. But when snow gets deep, a little monkey can get in over his head, and that's no fun. If you've ever played in deep snow, you know what it's like. People use snowshoes or sleds or skis to stay on top of snow. Standing or sitting on top of something that's wide and flat keeps you from sinking in because it spreads your weight out over a wider area. Can you help George build his snowman? The snow is very deep, and he needs you to help him find items he can stand on. In each challenge, you'll see a choice of 3 items to pick from. Select the item that'll support George best. Use your remote control arrows and enter button to click on the right answer. Are you ready to start? If you want to exit the game at any time, click on the red X at the top of the screen. Here's George now. He already has a great big snowball for the snowman's base. Now he has to get the tummy on top of it. Which of these 3 items can he stand on while he works? Is it the newspaper, the skateboard, or the sign? Use the arrows and enter button of your remote to select the best choice. Here's George now. That's right. George can stand on the flat sign without sinking into the snow. Let's help George with the snowman's head. What else could George stand on while he puts the snowman's head on top of the body? Is it the ski poles, the skis, or his woolen hat? Good job! The skis will support the weight of George and that big snowball the way they keep a skier on top of the snow. It's time to put some arms on our snowman. George has found 2 tree branches to make the snowman's arms. What will he use this time to keep from falling through the snow? Could he stand on the mittens, the scarf, or the sled? That's right. The sled is a great way to keep on top of the snow and lots of fun for sliding down hills. You're doing great. Let's see what George is up to now. George thinks it's time this snowman has some personality. So he's collected lumps of coal and a carrot for a face. But which of these 3 items will hold him while he decorates the snowman? Is it the pail, the snowshoes, or the soccer ball? Use your remote control to make your choice. Very good! People who live in snowy areas wear snowshoes like these to get around. And animals who live in snow, like the polar bear, have wide, flat feet that act like snowshoes. Okay, just one last touch and our snowman's complete. It's time to put a stovepipe hat on this snowman's head. Which of these items can George use to stand on while he puts Mr. Snowman's hat on? Do you think it's the sweater, the saucer sled, or the cocoa mug? You did it! The saucer sled's perfect for helping people, things, or monkeys slide over the snow. George says, congratulations, and thanks for helping him build such a wonderful snowman. Along the way, we've learned how wide, flat surfaces can keep you on top of deep snow. As a treat for doing so well, he's got a special bonus game for you to play in the cabin. Come on inside for more fun and to warm up. It sure is warmer here inside the cabin. Outside where George was playing in the snow, it's a cold winter day. One way to measure how hot or cold something may be is with a thermometer. A thermometer measures the temperature of things. Inside a thermometer, there's liquid called mercury that rises when it's warm and falls when it's cold. So if we hold the thermometer over this cup of hot cocoa, the red liquid moves upward. Near the bag of popsicles, the temperature is lower, so the level of the thermometer falls. In this game, you'll teach George about hot and cold by selecting the thermometer that shows the temperature for different items. On the left side of the screen, we'll show you different objects. On the right side of the screen, you'll see two thermometers, one indicating hot and one indicating cold. Use your remote control arrows and enter button to select the thermometer that best shows the temperature of the object. Are you ready? Here's a pile of snow. George loves playing in snow. Is it hot or is it cold? Use your remote control arrows and enter button to choose which thermometer is correct for this item. Here's a pile of snow. George loves playing in snow. Is it hot or is it cold? Brr! Snow sure is cold. Good job! It's a carton of ice cream. George thinks it's delicious, but is it hot or cold? Select the correct thermometer. Way to go! Ice cream is a cold and tasty treat. Here's a frozen pool of water. Do you think it's hot or cold? Of course, frozen water is cold. Well done. Look, here's a steaming cup of coffee. Is this beverage hot or cold? You're right. Steaming coffee is hot. You're doing great. It's an egg frying in the skillet. Can you show George whether the frying egg is hot or cold? It sure is hot. Let's play some more. A crackling fire. I bet you can show George what the temperature of a fire is. That's right. A fire is hot. It's nice to be near, but not too near a fire. Here's an icy milkshake. Is the temperature cold or hot? Good job. In the summer, George loves to cool off with a milkshake. Let's try another one. Here's a boiling pot of soup on the stove. I bet you know what the temperature is. Can you show George? Good job. A boiling pot is hot, and the thermometer shows that. You're great at this game. Let's try it again. Look, it's a snowball. Would the temperature be high or low? You got it. Snowballs are cold, so it has a low temperature. That was sensational! You sure taught George a lot about temperature. Thanks for playing. Bye-bye.